Hello YouTubers, guys. Today we're gonna replace the brake pads from pads and rear pads on my 2011 Honda Pilot. It's pretty easy, pretty simple. Like I said before, I had different cars in my life since Ford, GMC, Chevy, all different type of cars, and Honda is one of my favorites because they're pretty easy to fix. Nothing really problems with the Honda engines. This is a VTEC 3.5 6 cylinders. Make sure to secure your vehicle when you do this brakes. And the first thing I'm gonna do before I replace the brake pads, I'm gonna go ahead and open the hood, and then I'm gonna remove the cap of the master cylinder, cup, because that makes me easier to push the cylinder of the caliper down much easier, and then it won't be compressed too much in the master cylinder when you got the top on. Okay, so uh, like I say, it's pretty simple. It's like pretty much like all other cars. Secure the your cars with the stands and block the wheels, the rear wheels. I'm gonna look for the socket size first, which is 17 millimeters for this vehicle. I don't know why there's so big bolt on for the caliper bracket, but it is what it is. Uh, I'm gonna start with the front driver side first, and then I'm gonna do the passenger side, and then I'm gonna do the passenger rear one, and the last one is gonna be the driver rear one side. Okay, just loose the bolts like this. You can use a tube if they're too hard to lose them, and that's it. You can always just remove one side like this, but since I'm gonna replace, you can just do some of them. You can do that, but some of them you cannot. So I'm gonna just remove the bolts, the upper and the bottom one. Actually, we start with the bottom one. There you go. Not bad. Like it says Honda. I had this car for let's say like 4 years already, since 2016. It's been 4 or 5 years already. No problems, no problems. Only the transmission one time, but I fixed it by replacing the transmission fluid. I got it with 60,000 miles. Now it has 101,000 miles. Okay, so it's been doing great. It's not luxury inside, but it's very reliable vehicle. Okay, like I said, it's a 3.5 VTEC, uh, two-wheel drive, and this is what I'm gonna do next. I'm gonna just remove the top or the cup of the master cylinder brake fluid, and then I'm just gonna lose them and leave them there, so it won't get any dirty or debris inside the fluid. Okay, let me show you. Yeah, like that. So yeah, you can tell, you know how empty it is. So do not add any fluid until we compress all the calipers, all the brakes on the old wheels. Okay, just leave them like that. Don't press the brake pad right now. I mean the pedal, the brake pedal, the pedal brake, because if you do it, you're gonna get air in the lines. Okay, once you remove the two bolts, You're just gonna remove the caliper next. The caliper is just come out very easy, like that. There you go. Put it in a safe place so it won't hang out on the fluid line right here, because it might break. Make sure it's secure in a safe place. You can always use zip tags to tie it up. Otherwise, just leave it right here. So this is the reason I'm using. I take the top off of the master cylinder, so when I press the the cylinder, the caliper, it goes smooth without pressure. Here we're gonna remove the hardware of the top of the brake pads. These two clips. This one you just pull it off like this, yeah. And then the second one. I bought the premium brake pads. It comes with new hardware, so I'm just gonna remove the new hardwares. As you can see, I still have a little bit of life, but I just decided to replace them because they're making noise. And then I should replace the rotors too, because the rotors that you can see, it looks like you know, like too much scratch. But I'm gonna do that in another time. Okay, so now this is the premium brake pads from O'Reilly. O'Reilly Auto Parts. Okay, this is the brake pad sets. It comes with the hardware, with the grease and everything. Oh, I had to buy the grease separately. It's always out. You can use just any grease. It's just, they sell you the little package for $1 something, too expensive. You can get a whole bottle for that price. But anyways, so like it says, that's the hardware brake pads. I'm gonna start. Remember to clean the rotor with brake cleaner, or you can just use water and soap. Okay, soap. Okay, let me just put the camera here. Now I'm gonna remove the hardware, the old hardware first. Okay, saying that, I'm sorry, my boy was with me all the time. Tried to learn from me a little bit of something of this job. So yes, put it back the same way it goes. It was the other one, and you'll be good to go. Uh, it's pretty much is the same method, the same way with all brake pads for all vehicles. It's the same system, so it's not really used like just for Honda or for Toyotas or for Ford. Pretty much is the same method for all of them. Okay. As you can tell, look at the rotor. It's bad. I should be replace it, but I do it in another video how to do that, which is pretty simple. Okay, so just put the hardware where it's supposed to be go. I'm gonna start with the ceramic brake pads. This is the brake signal metal that it give you it tells you when it gets done with your brake pads, so you can have an idea that you need a new brake pads. This is the difference. I had to still like have a life on my other old brake pads, as you can see. Okay, this one it goes in the inside in. I'm gonna add grease and some brake pad grease, and I should be good to go. Oh, I got a phone call for someone. Okay, just put a little bit and split it with your finger. Yeah, just like that. I don't know why I should use regular grease. I mean, it's not like huge difference or something. It is what it is. All right, so remember this one goes in the inside. Okay. Yeah, that little thing is going the inside, so don't put it in the outside. To put it in the inside, and then just sit it, push it, and you're good to go. Now we're gonna use the second one. Just like that. Yeah. Hey. All right, guys. My wife's calling me to get something to eat, so I'll be back in a minute. Okay, we still continue. Uh, if you ever try these brake pads with a top, with a brake master cylinder cover, it's hard because it doesn't it compresses too much the air and the fluid inside the master cylinder, and it will damage with the time when you do replacement of your brakes and you don't remove the cap of the master cylinder. Okay, don't forget to put these little bodies here, little clips. It didn't come with the new hardware. I don't know why, but I'm just gonna use the old ones to put it back in here. Okay, and then we just continue putting everything back together. Like I said, guys, it's pretty easy. It took me a couple hours to do the four of them, and it's because I had to record it. I use TW40 just to lubricate all the rubbers, like for the cylinder caliper cylinders. Just add a little bit, just to keep it lubricate like this. I show you. Let me show you here. Where is it at? Oh, let me press the calipers first. You can use a press, or you can just use one of these, and they go pretty easy because I have, the I removed the master cylinder cap. There you go. Just go like that. It's very simple. You can use a press. You can use big pliers. Whatever is gonna work better for you. Of if you're gonna be able to do it. Yeah. All right. My wife's calling me. She said tomorrow's gonna rain. Who cares? We like the rain. Purple rain, purple rain. All right, that's it, guys. And then now remember to clean the rotor with brake cleaner. Oh, and the DW40 right here around the this just to stays lubricate them, nice and tight. Okay. Alrighty. Alrighty. Just make sure it won't. You don't put this one on the rotor. Okay. Just on the rubbers. There you go. There you go. All right. And you just do the same thing with the rest of the brake, the wheels. Let me put it right here. Remember, we're in Texas. It's 100 degrees right now. It's hot. During the time which is from June all the way to August, it's very hot. August. I'm gonna add here also this caliper bracket rubbers, a little bit of lubricant, and then I'm good to go. Remember that it needs to fit, just you just need to go straight and fits and sits perfect. Okay, there should be no force, man. If there is something wrong. So just keep an eye on all the little details. It's simple, but sometimes simple things can become hardest thing to fix. You might break something, never know. Do you know what song is this one? Yeah, the Spidey. Alright. There you go. Just tie the bolts and you'll be good to go. Put the wheel back on, and then we're gonna go ahead and do the other side, okay? Yeah. Uh-huh. Alright. Sorry, I'm a little big, so I cover the whole camera. Da-da-da, da-da-da, da-da-da. Okay. So we're gonna just install the bolts by hand first, and then we use the socket, okay? Okay. Let's go, speed up. There you go. Okay. We're good. Alrighty. Alrighty. Alright, next, like this. Alright. Alright, now let's clean the rotor. Alright. From both sides, remember. Make sure it's clean. You can use water and soap, or just and then wheel back on, and let's go and then to the next side. Alright. I'm using a DeWalt half drive power electric drill. It's pretty cool. It gets the wheel off like nothing. Alright. Alright. So do the next one. It's the same way, guys. I'm gonna speed up this part, okay? Alrighty. So I'm just gonna speed it up, so you know all the procedure to do this one. And then after this, let me just do this one now when I'm here. Just make sure that, remember, that's the back inside. Da 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 da. Da 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 da. Da 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 da.
Que tenemos una 2011
Let me see. So you can tell any question, just always comment, and then from there we're doing. Da 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 da. Alrighty. You just brake pads. I mean the grease. Put it back on. Blah blah blah. And then we're good to go. Da 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 da. Do 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 do. Do 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 do.
que tenemos una 2011 Honda Piloto, Honda Pilot 2011. Esto es todo lo normal para cualquier carro, para cualquier tipo de carro que tenga. Voy a empezar a...
Okay, so it's kind of slow here on the. I thought speed up the video, but anyways, the hardware, everything is back ready to go. Install the caliper back on, and remember we still got the master cylinder top off. The lead, we still got the master cylinder lead off. Okay, at this point, and we're gonna just put it back on until we're done with the four wheels. Alrighty. Alright. That's pretty simple if, to change the brake pads here. There you go. Don't go too crazy when you tie these bolts. I think they're going to 20 to 30 foot-pounds. But you know, I got my my torque on my arms, you know, so I know how much force do I need to put it on. But if you're not experienced with tools, you must find anything to torque any torque. It will work perfectly. Okay, so now we go into the rear ones now. Next, that one is done. Two of them are done. The two front ones. Now let's go and do the third one. Like I said, look, we just did the two front ones, and the fluid is already to the top. Can you imagine all that compression if you leave the top like close? Yeah, exactly. It gets damaged, the master cylinder. That's what I'm saying. Remove the lid of the master cylinder when you do change the brakes. This is the rear ones now. This is a little smaller than the front ones because normally the front ones are the ones that brakes first than the rear ones. Okay, that's why they're bigger. Okay, this one a little harder than the other one. I don't know why, but it is what it is. All right. Alrighty. Let me just do same way as you can see. hmm Just like this. I'm gonna see. This is a 2011 Honda Pilot brakes replacement. Okay, but it's the same method with all vehicles pretty much. Okay, very much. hmm Alrighty, alrighty, alrighty. Okie dokie. Da 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 da. This is just to have so you don't have any noise in your brake pads, okay? That way we add in the grease so it goes smooth. Yeah, smooth. Da 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 da. Da 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 da.
When they're this thick and fluffy.
Da 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 da.
Ay, sigas.
En AutoZone sabemos que
Da da
puedes
da
hacer.
da
Get it
da
done.
da da.
Pues,
Y
I wanna see what's the quality of this video.
así,
Righty. See how smooth it goes in. That's the way it's supposed to be go. Let's speed up this video now. Alrighty, I will lubricate the rubbers, the caliper cylinders, and the caliper bracket rubbers too. Alrighty, and then that's pretty much it, guys. Very simple and easy to do the brake pads on a 2011 Honda Pilot two-wheel drive, 3.5 engine, 6 cylinders, 101,000 miles. Very reliable vehicle. So if you're looking for some vehicle that won't give you so much trouble, I really recommend you this vehicle. Alright, guys, if you wanna looking for luxury, if you want a Chevy or Enclave, well, I wish you luck, but you're gonna spend money and parts, a lot of problems with those cars. I used to have those, that's what I'm saying, okay? But this one, I had it 4 or 5 years already, and there's really minimum problems with this vehicle. Maybe because it was 60,000 miles when I got it. But I have the Honda Ridgeline as well, and it still works good. Well, last week the AC compressor just went off, but just normal maintenance, Not many problems at all. Alright. Well, it's a big problem because we're in Texas, so we really needed the AC here. But as you can tell, I work outside, so I don't mind. Alright, this is done. Here's a neighbor just watching me, helping me, and learning from me. He's a cool guy, It's nice to have good neighbors. And okay, now I'm gonna just do the last one. Finally, I'm tired to do all of them at one time. normally I always take my time, to the front. The other day I do the other two. Alrighty. Okay. This is the last one. The rear driver side. This is the last brake pad I need to replace. As you can see, it's pretty simple. 2 bolts to remove the caliper. You need brake cleaner as well. You need the W40 just to lubricate some parts. Or you can also need the grease to add in where the caliper bolts are, okay? It's just, basic maintenance that you need to get it done on your vehicle. I would say every year at least. You have to look at it and see how the brakes are, brake pads. There you go. You can remove the hardware and clean it if you don't have the premium package for brakes. You can always use the same ones, the old ones. I mean, there's nothing wrong with them. It's just you just get dirty, But you can always clean it if you don't have the premium package that comes with the hardware. This is the new ones right here. And when you guys done finish them, all of them, then you go to the master cylinder and put the cap on. Make sure it's tight good, really good, and then go back to the driver's side in the cab and press the brake pedal for like 10 to 20 times, so all the calipers cylinder come on or come out, and press the brake pads and adjust them against the rotors. Okay, just add the grease right here and put it back on. That's all. Well, let me know if you have any questions, comments. That's probably the same procedure I do all the time with my own vehicles. Remember, I don't do this for living. I probably got broke if I do this for living. Sometimes it takes me, I always take my time. Like even how easy it goes. See? Easy peasy. And I always do the 2 videos. You can see always friends ask me, wait, what is the English version? I try to do my best. I'm not 100% speak it well. I try my best, but hopefully you understand me, or at least just by watching it, what I'm trying to say. But I keep practicing every day, so that's my goal too. Practicing my English, and then get better on my accent. Well, not really my accent, just to pronounce it better. Okay, install the 2 bolts right here and the one on the bottom. Remember, secure the car with the jack and also the supports, and lock the wheels on the front if you're doing the back, and just to make sure there's no kids around. I apologize for not showing how to do all these tips or safety precautions, and I'm gonna try to do my best on next video. Okay, I'm tied it up right now. Remember not to do it too much, just enough, that's all. Okay, that's it, guys. Putting my tire back on my wheel. If you wanna buy this DeWalt impact drill 1/2 inch drive, that's your best inversion right there. Okay, now go back to the engine, like I told you earlier today, well, a couple of minutes ago. make sure before press the brake pedal to see how the fluid is all the way to the top, and it's gonna leak a little bit, you know, because you got a lot of pressure on all the brakes. Put it back on pretty firmly. Make sure the seal is still good. There you go. Tight, nice and tight. There you go. Okay, just double check always, guys. And then now we go back to the cab, and I'm gonna press the brake pedal like 10 to 20 times, okay, just to so all the caliper cylinders are against the rotor. So here I come. Before, yeah, and you do this before you start the engine, okay? Don't start the engine not yet until you've finished doing this, okay? And then after that you're good to go. Thank you for watching, guys. Thank you for being patient with me. Have a nice day and week.